Hi, you guys. I'm so excited and happy to be back. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Today is January 1st, 2015. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 32. Title, Happy New Year. In social media, I am One Fine Cow on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design, #1, on Facebook and Etsy, and I am Doris M. Smith, all squished together on Instagram. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Purl Podcast group, and we have 2 new members this week, and they are Cairo72, who was Carolyn from Nashville, and we have Owl's Flight, who is Angela from Daytona Beach, Florida. And I say, thank you guys for joining the group and welcome. Hello, Carolyn. Hello, Angela. Okay. And on YouTube, this week, we are up 18 to 176. Wow. That is so awesome. And I just want to say, welcome to new viewers. Grab your drink of choice. I have tea and water. You're knitting or whatever craft you have, and sit back and relax. I really appreciate you, those of you who keep coming back. Thank you so much. Welcome again. In the podcast group, we usually have a Cal, and I'm not really sure. I just put a thread up in the Ravelry group on what are we going to do. I have been procrastinating about a sweater for myself. Let me look at my notes real fast. So I'm thinking about starting the Cal January 15th. I have a Ravelry thread up what we're going to do. I suggested a sweater knit along, couple months, 2-3. But what do you guys want to do? Go over to the Ravelry group, join the group if you are not a member yet, and comment on the thread. What do you want to do? I'm open. So, wow, that was really fast. All of those administrative stuff. I hope I didn't miss anything. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. We had a lovely Christmas, and you will see in my stash some of the stuff I got for Christmas. So we're just going to move into the story of the week and the stash enhancement. Story of the week, Christmas, visiting with the family. It was very lovely. Everybody got good gifts and everybody had a good time and enjoyed each other's company. We had some family in from out of town. Ted's sister is spending a few days with us, and which goes to my little tragedy with my freesia. She was kind of chilly, and so I brought out my freesia and I let her use it, and I forgot to say, don't leave it laying around because the dog enjoys the lovely wool morsels, as you can guess. I forgot to tell her. And Pete ate my freesia. Okay, knitters, you know. Okay, so when it happened, when I saw that it had happened, I was very upset. And I cried, and I threw it away. Then I picked it out of the trash, and I was like, wait a minute, I can save the yarn. And I'm like, I'm not going to do anything right now. And I put it in a bag, and I tied it up, and I put it away. Well, I'm going to show you. This is the first time I've opened the bag since I put it in, and I think that was like Sunday morning that I realized that. So here we go, folks. So I put it away and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna at least unravel it, save the yarn, or I don't know. So anyway, I'm thinking about it and I thought, well, okay, how hard would it be to mend it? I'm thinking I can. Okay, you guys, here you go. I'm gonna show you the damage. Like I said, this is the first time I've had it out since I discovered it. It's not that bad, but you know, you knitters, you know, you understand. So, if anyone has any ideas on how I can fix this, leave a comment below. I was heartbroken. I'm sorry. You knitters know. So I need to figure out, and I need to just, I'm going to put it back away, and I'm going to have a time when I can really sit down and look at it and decide if I can pick up stitches, if I can tie off stitches, and you know, it's never going to be like it was, but I think I can save it. So there's the hole. The dog had a little morsel for the holidays. Okay, moving along. Like I said, if you guys have any ideas on how, or links to places that I can get ideas on how to mend this, please let me know. So that was my story of the week. I'm going to put it back in the bag. Okay, it wasn't as hard as I thought, and I'm kind of laughing about it now, but Sunday I was not laughing. So, stash enhancement and Christmas gifts. Yeah. Before I do that, this is for Emma from Baba Bats. Emma, this is a little inspiration. This is my terribly simple shawl worn front ways. So you said you never made a shawl before, never a little worried about how to wear it. So this is my terribly simple shawl worn front ways, as you can see. You can wear it front ways. I have worn it as a scarf. Just tie it in the front, wear it like that with the coat. Worn it that way. I've also, when I've had it, I've worn it as a scarf to work, and then in the process of the day, and I got a little chilly while I was doing paperwork or whatever, I just threw it over my shoulder like that. So this shawl is very versatile as well as being very simple and very easy. So that was for you, Emma, to give you some encouragement while knitting that shawl. Okay. Stash enhancement, Christmas gifts, and such. So, I'll start with my Christmas gifts. Ted's daughter. Pardon me. Fiber. This is from the Happy Fuzzy Yarn Company. It is 100% BFL. The colorway is Sea Monster, and there's a link in the show notes to her shop, happyfuzzyyarn.com. Isn't that just gorgeous? Love it. Also got some Malabrigo Noob. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Again, I have the same problem with my camera figuring it out. Very gorgeous. Pinks and purples, my favorite colors, as Melissa knows. Thank you, Melissa. The color is a number Bea Electra. It's Malabrigo Noob, which I haven't had success in spinning, but this will be the inspiration I need to try it again. These beautiful colors. So, also for Christmas, Christopher and his girlfriend's baby mama gave me a Hobby Lobby gift card. Yay! Future stash enhancements. And my lovely Ted got me a yarn voucher from Notorious, my local yarn store. However, not very local, but awesome. Can you see it? Yay! Okay, this is going to be my part of my sweater quantity. So, I was watching this podcast yesterday, a new podcaster. Sorry, I want to get her name right. She is in the UK, I believe. She's also one of my subscribers. Okay, let me go to this. I'm sorry. Oh, she is such a cute one, too. Her name is T Plays Nice. T Plays Nice. New podcast on Ravelry. And she's in the UK. Podcast number 1, Carry On Podcasting. I don't really know if the name is just T Plays Nice, but it was really fun to watch her. But I'm mentioning her because she got a voucher, or we call them gift certificates. She called them vouchers, and she said her husband got her a yarn voucher, and she spent 3 times as much. And I told Ted, oh, what is her name? I can't remember her name. Anyway, she said that, and he goes, oh no, did she say how much? Anyway, very, very fun new podcast. Go check her out. Also, Baba Bats, Emma. Go check her out. Okay, I think that is not. I caught I've never had Daisy Knits yarn. She has an Etsy store, but she had a grab bag in her shop, and it was for like one of a kind yarn colors that maybe didn't come out the way she liked, but it was like a nice price, and I wanted to try her yarn. So I caught one of the grab bags, and it came yesterday. Included in the grab bag was a Lolo Love bar. It's a free sample. A nice little note. Thank you for shopping. And a free sample of the Lolo Love, which is called Vanilla Moon, and I can't ever figure out how to open it. And it's just a little lotion. Very, very lovely. So, thank you, Daisy or Jennifer. Thank you. And her shop, she's like really close to me. She's in Effingham, Illinois. So, let me show you the yarn. It's a sock yarn. Again, the links are in the show notes for Daisy Knits. It's Jennifer Watkins. Her Ravelry ID is Daisy. A lot of people know her, but here's what I got. It's very pretty. It is a, did I put how much? Let me see what I did here. I don't think I put the no. It's dewy sock base. The color is Songbird, and it is 75-20-55. 75 superwash merino, 20 nylon, and stellina. 5% stellina. It is 438 yards of loveliness. It's more, I don't know. So it's kind of tonal, and you can see there's on this side a little place that didn't quite get the color, but I think it's going to knit up just lovely, just wonderful. And I don't know if you can see the sparkle in it or not, but I love it, and I can't wait to use it. So that is all of my stash enhancements. A lovely Christmas, and look forward to using my gift cards for more stash enhancement to come. Okay, so now we're going to move along to finished objects, and I finished the flax sweater that I was thinking I was just going to put on hold, but I finished the barley hat, which is I don't have a picture of it, but it is a 10 can knits free pattern barley hat. I used my fiddle faddling. I used my Addy Turbo 40-inch circular US 6, which is a 4mm, and a US 8, which is a 5mm needles. I used the Craft Smart yarn acrylic in the colorway Hunter. That is finished, and my flax sweater, which I'm going to have okay, let me just tell you. The flax sweater, which is also a free pattern by Tin Can Knits. I knit it on US 6, which is 4mm, US 8, which is 5mm, my Addy Turbo 40-inch circulars. I did it magic loop. The yarn was loops and threads, impeccable. The color is 02002, 100% acrylic. So, at this point in the show, I will be inserting a slideshow of the Christmas gifts right here. Moving along to the works in progress, and works in progress are in my bag that I got from Made by Faye on Ravelry. It's sheepy, my first knot bag, which I really love. I am knitting a vanilla sock. And this time I'm only knitting one at a time because I only have one skein of yarn. So while I have it up, this is an opal cotton sock yarn. And I really can't tell you because the thing is in German, so I don't know. But it is... There is some cotton, because it says cotton, but it is 39%, and I believe it is superwash wool, and then 15% or 13% polyamide, and then 48% bomb, whatever that is. Let me see if I can get it up where you can see it, but nope, can't really. So it's an opal, and the color... The color is 1954. I got this yarn as a gift from my friend whose daughter was a yarn company representative. She had it in her stash and her mother gave it to me. She knew I was a knitter, so awesome. So here's the sock. I'm doing a short sock. And I am using my carbons, which I've never used before, but I credit them. I have knit a lot of socks that are with the Fish Lips Kiss Heel. Well, let's say a lot. It's like 4 pairs, and each pair I had to repair a hole in the heel because I didn't hold it tight enough. I don't know, but I always have to repair it. This one is my first pair of Fish Lips Kiss Heel that does not have a hole, and I credit the carbons for that, or maybe the yarn, I don't know, but very happy that this one doesn't have. Anyway, let me talk about the construction of the sock. I cast on 64 stitches, and I used the German twisted cast on, which is now one of my favorites since I learned it with the Reiki hat. So it's got a little stretchy, and I started and I did about an inch of 2x2 ribbing, and then I switched to 3x1 ribbing, and so I did about this is a total of, I think, 2 inches. Started the heel, and then I continued the 1x1 or 3x1 ribbing down the top of the foot. So I think I'm almost done with this sock, which is a good thing since I only have this much yarn. That's why I kind of wanted some short socks, and I kind of want to use up some of this opal. But I love this. Isn't that a gorgeous, stripy, lovely opal? Yes. So I also have a pair of long fingerless mittens that I made out of this before. So I'm hoping that I have enough yarn to complete 2 short socks. So this is kind of what the yarn will, and this pattern is a Pearl Bee pattern, a free pattern. So FYI. So I just wanted to show what the yarn knits up like. So that is my first work in progress. Hopefully I'll start on the second sock before the next podcast. I think that's all I have. Okay, let me just make sure I've reserved it. Short sock, Fish Lips Kiss Heel, 2.75 millimeter US 2s, carbons, opal cotton sock yarn, the color 1954 in my Made by Faye bag. She has a podcast, a Spin a Yarn Monday podcast on YouTube. Go check her out. My second work in progress. Surprise, surprise, I don't know. In my Knit Spin Farms bag, Joanne, she has a podcast, Knit Spin Farms, and a Ravelry group, and an Etsy store that she sells these lovely bags and fiber and other things. And I started another hat on the 16-inch 8 millimeter or 8 US 8 5 millimeter 16-inch Addy Turbo, just because I wanted to give these things a fair shot. This hat pattern is a simple rib. Simple rib hat it's another Pearl Bee pattern, free pattern, Ravelry. I'm using Red Heart with Love. The color is Peacock. There is a link in the show notes to the Knit Spin Farm Etsy store. Let me show you. It's just a 5x2 rib, and then you work stockinette to your desired and do the, boy, I don't know if you can see that or not. What you do? Yeah, there you can. I love this pattern and I've knit it many times. So I was just knitting a hat just to see what my thoughts are. I think they're okay. It was hard to get used to when I first started. Also, another hint, Emma or whoever, you know how you're supposed to put a marker at your beginning of the round to mark the beginning of your round, and how it always falls off the needle because, usually everyone stops when they get to the end and they switch over their stitch marker, but it falls off all the time. So here's a hint. Number one, I never use a marker for my beginning. I trust my tail. My tail is my hint that I'm at the beginning. That's one thing. Number two, when I have felt the need to use a stitch marker to mark the beginning, I get to that point, switch over the stitch marker and knit one more stitch just to keep the marker in place. Helpful hints. I'm not an expert knitter. I'm not, knowledgeable, whatever. I'm just giving little helpful hints for people who have trouble and their stitch marker keeps falling off the needle. So there you go. Helpful hint. Okay, moving on. My final work in progress is in my Knit Spin Farms bag, the first one I bought, who I have a twin, Helen who is Orange Maid, or Sprightly, I don't know. I can't numbers. Anyway, she has a podcast on YouTube, and we have the same bag. So, Knit Spin Farms, Joanne Springs. There is a link in my show notes. And I started a cowl, making it up as I go along. I tried to find a cowl pattern for my hand knit. My hand spun. Get out my little... Did I keep it in here? Yes. I wanted to knit with some hand spun, but I couldn't. I wanted a cowl, and I had 154 yards of this. This is Blueface Luster from Yarn Geek Fibers. I had spun it, and I got 154 yards, and I wanted to make a cowl. I couldn't find a pattern. I cast on like 3 times, I think. And I'm like, this is not working. This is not working. I love garter stitch. So I just started I think I cast on 110 stitches. I'm using 9mm or 9 US 9s, which is 5.5mm Addy Turbos, 40 circulars. And I'm just like making it up as I go along. And wow, I really like it on this camera. It's looking rather well. Well. I just am making up a pattern as I go along. By happenstance, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of garter to start with. And then I started I knit 2, purl 2, and then I did it again, knit 2, purl 2, and then I switched and did purl 2, knit 2. So it's kind of got a waffly patterning going on in it. So I don't know if I'm gonna, we'll just see how it turns out. I may just put a little free pattern up. I don't know. We'll just see. But it seems to work well with thick and thin, hand spun. This is, like I said, the color is Toe Shoes. Yarn Geek Fibers. I caked it up, but the cake is kind of falling apart. So, I love it. I love the color. It feels very soft and nice. So, like I said, I wanted to knit with some hand spun. There it is. very excited, very happy with it so far. I really am happy since I saw it on camera. It looks nice. Okay. That is all of my works in progress. So I do have a spinning faux finished objects. I finally completed my alpaca. I can't see what I'm doing here. Trying to make sure you can see it. I got 213 yards. Yeah. This is a Missouri farm. Alpaca farm. The color is light fawn 20131. It is a Surrey alpaca, light fawn. I'm very happy. I haven't washed it yet. I haven't had time, so there it is. It's a little active right now, but I'm very pleased with the way it turned out. A lot of options with the 213 yards. I think it depends. I know it's going to fluff up, but it might be like maybe a DK weight. I don't know. Not an expert spinner either. Just started this summer, but very pleased with the way things are turning out. And I'm just like ready to put something else on the wheel. Ready. Very nice. I really like it. So we are at the point in this program for our Pinterest find. So Pinterest find. I found this. Put this out of my way. I really, really want to do this, and I haven't yet. It is a makeup holder with dinnerware by Diane Schneider Sweeney. It is just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And this is something that you could, pick up at your local Goodwill. Pick up some what do you call it? Pottery, dinnerware. Design it how you want, and voila. Anyway, in this pen there is step-by-step directions and tutorial links so that you can safely put holes in your dinnerware. And so what you need is a plate, a bowl, and a cup. You'll need a threading rod, like from lamps with nuts. You'll need a 1/2-inch washer or hole washers, 1/2-inch hole washers, a 1/2-inch diamond drill bit and drill, some spray primer and paint, drawer pull, and 8 32 machine screw for the draw pull. So here's a picture of the dinnerware with the holes, and she said she used a little silicone decorative vinyl decal. Anyway, in this pen there are directions on how to put it together, and she has also a link on how to drill the holes, so that she says how to drill a hole in a plate using a diamond bit. She has a video link so that it's just, safer and you won't have tragedies of broken dishes. But I just think this is gorgeous. Another thing that I would love to do, but it is just gorgeous. Let me try to make this picture bigger. Is that not the most gorgeous thing you ever saw? I love it. Okay, so on Stumble, I just, as for a New Year thing, how to stop procrastinating, and it is from the Positive blog by Henrik Edberg. So let me get there. That is not it. Okay, let me go to my likes. How to stop procrastinating. 7 timeless tips. And it is from, like I said, the Positive blog. It says happiness and awesomeness tips that work for real life. So how to stop procrastinating. Let me show you what it looks like so you will know you got the right spot. Trying to get the glare. There it is. There's a picture. So, there are a few quotes to start with. Tomorrow is often the busiest day of the week, which is a Spanish proverb. How soon not now becomes never, which is Martin Luther. A year from now, you may wish you had started today, from Karen Lamb. And there's like a couple paragraphs to kind of also give you, but I'm just going to read the tips. Number 1 is stop thinking, start doing. And the quote is, to think too long about doing a thing often becomes its undoing, by Ava Young. A bit of planning can certainly help you to achieve what you want to achieve. A lot of planning and thinking tends to have the opposite effect. Okay. Number 2, don't blow a task out of proportion. If you want to make an easy job seem mighty hard, just keep putting off the doing of it. And that is Olin Miller. Another quote is putting off an easy thing makes it hard. Putting off a hard thing makes it impossible, by George Claude Lorimer. Okay. Number 3, just take the first step. And the quote under it is, you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. And that is Martin Luther King Jr. Number 4, start with the hardest task of the day. Do the hard jobs first. The easy jobs will take care of themselves. And that is by Dale Carnegie. Number 5, just make a decision. Any decision. Wow. In a moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing to do. The next best thing is the wrong thing, and the worst thing you can do is nothing. And that quote is by Theodore Roosevelt. And number 6, face your fear. Procrastination is a fear of success. People procrastinate because they are afraid of the success that they know will result if they move ahead now. Because success is heavy, carries a responsibility with it. It is much easier to procrastinate and live on with someday I'll philosophy. And that is Dennis Waitley. Finally, number 7, finish it. I know we have some projects we haven't finished yet. Anyway, the quote, there are a couple. Nothing is so fatiguing as the eternal hanging on of an uncompleted task. And the second and final, much of the stress that people feel doesn't come from having too much to do. It comes from not finishing what they started. Okay. We've come to the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me for this time. I so enjoyed this. I missed you guys last week, and I was very excited about podcasting today. So I want to end with some thoughts about what we're going to do this year. One of the things is May. May is not only my birthday month, but it is also my podiversary. I started May 1st, 2014. So I'm thinking about what to do for the podiversary and prizes and birthday month stuff. So that's just something I'm thinking about. Also, if you have ideas for the January knit along, please go to the thread and let me know. Thank you for watching. Go down there, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up button. Let me know you liked it. And comment. Let me know if you have ideas on how to fix the freesia, ideas on knit-alongs. Thank you guys so much. Happy New Year. I'll talk to you next week. By next week, I will have information on the knit-along. I'm going to give a week for the thread to do its job, and then I will let you know next Thursday what the January knit-along is going to be. Thank you guys so much. Bye.